Shalom, all praises to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shah, double honors to the apostles and the elders that rule well, and peace and blessings to you brothers out there that's kicking his word in sincerity, truth. I was thinking today, um, I have how much of a blessing this knowledge that we have is, man. When you around people, that doesn't have the truth, we could call them two-thirds, or somebody who's just not in the know. You never know, the Most High might bless them to where they get it. But anyway, I was just thinking about how much this wisdom of ours is a blessing, man. Because we understand the subtle things that are going on the planet Earth, man. I was thinking, where else can you find a group of so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans breaking down uh, things that are going on, in geopolitics, or understand herbs, or understand, what I'm saying, proper foods to eat, how to properly raise your child, how to be a real man, you know, you know, how to diffuse a situation amongst, brothers, man. We had the answers to life, man. And this is a beautiful thing, if you are being spiritual, man, because you could get consumed with how the world is not in order, and how everything is tainted around you, man, and that understanding could drive you crazy. But that's just the aspect of wisdom, man. That bitterness, man, that comes with obtaining knowledge, man. you know so I wanted to read this in Psalm 73. It's one of my favorite scriptures, was favorite chapters, and this brother Asaph, he was with the elder Asaph, he was complaining about how the wicked are prospering, on the earth. And then, but see, when you jump down to let me see here, uh, let me see, get to it. When you jump down to verse 17, he says something that I felt was very, very, very edifying, man. About his understanding, and everything like that. His understanding of why the wicked are ruling, man. So let's read. This is Psalm 73 and 1. Surely the Most High is good to Israel, even to such as are of a clean heart. But as for me, my feet were almost gone, my steps had well nigh slipped. For I was envious at the wicked, at the foolish, when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. For there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. Therefore pride compasseth them about as a chain, violence covereth them as a garment. Their eyes stand out with fatness, they have more than heart could wish. That's right. So there he's he's being he's just being real, man. He's like, you know when I saw the prosperity of the wicked, man, I almost slipped, because they're not in trouble as us, man. You know, you see the policies of the so-called white man, in his way, in his culture, if you will. It's just that's the culture of that's the dominant culture, man. The dominant way, man, his way, man. And when you see those things, man, that could make you envious, man, because you want that rulership, and also, on a carnal level, you want that comfort that as they have, man. This is verse 8. They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak lawfully. They set their mouths against the heavens, and their tongue walketh through the earth. Therefore his people returneth hither, and waters of a full cup are rang out to them, And they say, how doth the Most High know? And is there knowledge in the Most High? Behold, there these are the ungodly who prosper in the world. They increase in riches. Verily, I have cleansed my heart in vain, and I have washed my hands in innocency. For all the day long have I've been plagued and chastised every morning, and that's how you feel in this truth, man. You know, you're trying to follow that path of righteousness, man. You seeing the prosperity of the wicked, man. You know, and you feel like that you could be doing this thing in vain. You know, that demon will jump on you, just to be candid, right? Uh, verse 15. For if I say I will speak thus, behold, I should offend against the generation of my children, of thy children. When I thought to know this, it was too painful for me. So then he corrected himself. He was like, man, you want to say this out loud, that out loud, just lament about just, trying to stay in that righteous path, man. How you feel like it's in vain, man. But, when you want to utter something like that, or tell your brothers, your comrades, something like that, man, it pains you too much because it's BS, man. Why is that? Verse 17, until I went into the sanctuary of the Most High, then understood I therein. So when he went to the sanctuary, man, of the Most High, he understood, and that's why this this knowledge of ours is so precious, man, because we understand, all aspects of reality in this incarnation, if I'm making sense. What I mean is we understand the good and the bad. We understand who's the main players in this thing. Who's the main players in good versus evil, man. And your flesh wants to call out to you to follow it, but you have to remain on that path, man. Because you understand the end. You understand that all this is BS. You understand that all this is crumbling. And that's a beautiful thing, because everybody doesn't understand it. The average person doesn't see that, America is dying. America's in World War III. The food that you're eating is BS. Your relationship is BS. Nobody sees that. A group of people, a hand group of people, and if they're in the world, they don't have the solution if they see those problems, man. So this knowledge that we have, man, is better than rubies. It's better than gold. It's better than that nice car that so and so has. It's better than that pretty woman that you want, or the pretty woman that you have, man, or you could get, man. It's better than anything on this planet Earth, man. Why is that? Because it gives you the solution. It gives you the truth, man. Let me get this for you, bros. This is Proverbs 8 and 11. For wisdom is better than rubies, and all the things that may be desired are not to be compared to it. I shall dwell with prudence and find out knowledge of witty inventions. The fear of Yahweh is to hate evil, pride, arrogancy, and the evil way, and the forward mouth do I hate. Counsel is mine, and sound wisdom. I am understanding, I am strength. By me kings reign, and princes decree justice. By me princes rule, and nobles, even all the judges of the earth. I love them that love me, and those that seek me early shall find me. Righteousness and honor are with me, yea, durable riches and righteousness. My fruit is better than gold, yea, than fine gold, and my revenue than choice silver. Amen. By the knowledge of Yahweh by Shemi Hashah, man, these kings and these nobles rule, man. They understand, economics, and how to to run economics, man, and that's powerful, man. You know, well, we understand, they understand that on the carnal level, but we understand the will of the Heavenly Father. So how much more precious is our knowledge and our understanding, man? You know what I'm saying? And the Most High, following by us following His way and His counsel, bro, of doing what's right, we're gonna receive the things that we were talking about earlier. You know what I'm saying? Dealing with the knowledge of that these kings and princes have on planet Earth, man. We're gonna understand true rulership, bro. And understanding that is better than anything that you could obtain on this side, man. You know, you have to believe that in this thing, man. You know, this is Proverbs 4 and 6. Hey, this is back of what I was just to clarify what I was just saying. The reason why I made that comment is better than you have to understand that, this knowledge is better than anything that you can ever obtain on this side, is because the things that you can receive on this side is corruptible, man, versus the with the knowledge that we're getting now. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be able to rule forever, man. Our legacies are gonna be able to endure the test of time, man. Can you understand that? By us doing this work and this knowledge, you know what I'm saying? People are gonna be writing about us forever, man. People are gonna be talking about us forever, bro. That's deep, man. You know? But first it comes to what? Staying on this path of knowledge. Continue toiling and accumulating this knowledge and this understanding, you know what I'm saying? And sticking to that script, sticking to the understanding of the scriptures, man. This is Proverbs 4 and 6. Forsake her not. Well, actually, let me start at 5. No, let's start at you know what? I start at 1 because it's kind of hard to understand. Proverbs 4 and 1. Hear, ye children, the instructions of a father, and intend to know understanding. For I give you good doctrine. Forsake ye not my law. For I was my father's son, tender and only beloved in the sight of my mother. He taught me also, and said unto me, let thine heart retain my words, keep my commandments, and live. Get wisdom, get understanding, forget it not, neither decline that from the words of my mouth. Forsake her not, and she shall preserve thee. Love her, and she shall keep thee. That's right. And now more than ever, man, we have to cling on to that wisdom, because we know some very, very horrible times are coming to America, man. Into the planet Earth. So now, while we still in this time of leisure, we have to, cling on to that understanding, man, and not decline our ears to it, man. Because right now, we're in practice. We're getting ready for that the hour of temptation, the day of provocation. The days of provocation, if you will. And if you're not storing up that wisdom now, how you gonna be ready when that time comes, man? You're gonna fold, and you're gonna miss out on that blessing, man. So we still have time, man. We have to get that true money, man, the true paper, if you will. You know what I'm saying? Which is this understanding, man, this wisdom, bro. Because this wisdom gonna guide us in that time of trouble, man. It's like an investment. Say for instance you wanted to invest in some bonds, so you're taking out some money out of your paycheck and putting some back. You're buying bonds, and so when you let those bonds sit and accumulate that interest, man, when it's time for you to cash out, man, you only put in, we'll say a random number like $100 in, you got back $450, man. Or you got back, even more than that, 12,000. Let's say 12,000. you would say, you know what, that's a good investment, man. It took a long time. I had to wait. You know what I'm saying? I had to let the investment mature. But guess what? When the time came, man, you know what I'm saying, I was able uh, uh, to accumulate more money, man. You know, that's what it is with this truth, man. You know, we're getting this spiritual money now. So when it's time for us and making a spiritual investment now, so when it's time for us to cash out, man, hey man, we got a kingdom of heaven, man. It's a good investment. You know, that's what we should worry about in this thing, man. You know what I'm saying? Everything else really is, it could be a huge distraction, you know. Uh this is verse 7. Wisdom is the principal thing, therefore get wisdom, and with all thy getting, get understanding. Exalt her, and she shall promote thee. She shall bring thee to honor when thou dost embrace her. She shall give to thine head an ornament of grace. A crown of glory shall she deliver to thee. Man, bro. And that's what we want, man. We want to receive that crown. You know what I'm saying? A crown from Yahweh Shah, man. You know, we want to be those men that's in all white, clothing all white, man, that's receiving the crown from Yahweh Shah, man. But what does it take? Again, it takes, you know, being diligent in this walk of ours, you know, and getting those and accumulating more wisdom, bro, and getting understanding, man. You know, this is a wisdom of Solomon. Let me see. I'm gonna start at 12. Wisdom of Solomon 6 and 12. Wisdom is glorious and favored, and never fadeth away. Yea, she is easily seen of them that love her, and found of such as seek her. She preventeth them that desire her, in making herself first known unto them. Whoso seeketh her early shall have no great travail, for he shall find her sitting at his door. To think therefore upon her is perfection of wisdom, and whosoever watches for her shall quickly be without care. And that's what we're hoping. We're hoping that by us, you know, constantly watching for wisdom, gaining this understanding of the truth, you know, wisdom, you know, we're hoping that we're gonna be without care soon. You know, how are we gonna be without care, man? By receiving the kingdom of heaven, you know. For she goeth about seeking such as are worthy of her, showeth herself favorably unto them in the ways, and meeteth them in every thought. For the very true beginning of her is the desire of discipline, and the care of discipline is love, and love is the keeping of her laws, and the giving heed unto her laws is the assurance of incorruption. It's just breaking down right there what wisdom is, man. We ain't even gotta speak. And incorruption maketh us near unto the Most High. Therefore the desire of wisdom bringeth to a kingdom. You see that right there, man? So the desire of wisdom bringeth to the kingdom, man. So this is what we have, man. It's precious, it's deep, you know, it's glorious, it's on another level, man. You know, I just want to exhort brothers to, man, continue on the path, man. I know it's hard, bro. You know, I know, hey, brothers are going through some shit, man. You know, this thing of ours ain't gonna be easy though, so just gotta stay on the path, you know. Stay prayed up, pray for one another. You know, I'm gonna pray for you, pray for me, bro. You know, all praise to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and the elders that rule well. Peace and blessing to you brothers out there that's kicking this word in sincerity, truth.